I'm Gary Colburn with Yesco from Las Vegas, and today we're going to review the specialty lighting that is on the corners of the building with the fins. We're using the NTech Elm software. That is the NTech LED Mapper is the name of it. A manual will be provided to you so you can follow that and help with guidance on this, and then we're available at any time. If you want to call us or email us, we'll be more than willing to help you guys. The very first screen that you see when you start it up is called Stages. In the Stages area is an area that we recommend and request that you stay out of and don't mess with or move anything around in. You can see all these little white lines. Each one of these represent the lines on the building and every placement of every LED so that the system knows where the LEDs are located in physical relation. If you were to take and move this guy here out to here, and then in your animations you ran a animation that went from left of screen to right of screen, as it moved across, you'd have a big blank spot in the middle because that LED that should be there is now sitting over here. The whole one side of the building will turn color, the second side of the building turn color, and you'll get off to the second side of the building before this one on the back side turns on again. So we ask everybody to please stay out of this area here. The areas that we need to focus on is up here up top. You can see we have stages, media, schedules, live, and settings. The main area that we want everybody to be concerned with is the media area. And in the media area is where you will load the file onto the Elm software. But prior to doing that, you'll have access to this desktop, which we'll have to come and see. There's a folder that's sitting on the desktop called Shows. Any files that you create, whether it's an AVI file, a JPEG, a WMV, I'm going to find out if there's a GIF is available also, but any of those files that you're going to use and put on the system, you're going to want to store here. We use this folder as a central location so that when it comes time, you're not hunting and pecking trying to find where you save the show or how many different places you have shows. It is just our recommendation. You guys are more than willing to create more folders and pieces as you go. If you want to create a different filing system for you that makes sense, maybe it's something you guys already are using and existing that makes sense to everybody company-wide. But at this point in time, you're going to go and you can select, and you're going to browse for a file. You would click the file, and in this case, we're going to grab this JPEG, which is a picture of SpongeBob and Patrick. So now that you've selected that, you'll go over to the next tab up top, which is Schedules. And if you wanted to edit your schedule and add Patrick and SpongeBob to it, you have to come down and add media to it. So now you're going to click and add that to the schedule, and now it's been added as part of the schedule. Once it's scheduled, you can add start time by setting the start time here as far as an exact time so that you don't have to be here. You can set this up for 4th of July. You can set everything up in advance. You can set it for a special event just for that evening or a special event over the weekend, and then come Monday you go back to your original schedule. And that's all these active days. You can pick an active day that you do it. You can click for every day. You can pick for only the weekend, or you can pick it for only the work week. Once the schedule is running, you have the opportunity in the settings mode, or sorry, the live mode, that in the live mode, let's just say the animation that you created is, you don't feel it's fast enough, or if you want it to go faster. Or you can grab this slider right here and you can make that intensity go faster. It'll automatically speed the video up for you guys in playback mode. Or if you want to slow it down, you can slow it way down to where it barely moves. Obviously the JPEG is not going to move because it's a still image. But as it gets into the other video files, you know, it'll slow them down to the point where they're real slow and steady. Feel free to play and have fun with whatever you want to do here. You can click on each one and look at every one of the videos as you put them on to see what the speed is, and you can set particular speeds for each video. So if one's slower than the other, you can set all that stuff. It's a very user-friendly, what you see is what you're going to get kind of scheduling system. If you do come back to stages, and I believe it's under stage, you can come down here to monitor, and you will see what it's really going to look like on the blades outside. You'll see all the individual LEDs. So if you are VNC'd in or team viewered in, you can play back and look at it, what it's going to look like out there on the blades before you actually put it up on the blades, so that you're not seeing the full image of what you've put. It'll actually rip all that out by pushing monitor and show you what it's going to look like on the blades. So that's another nice feature that it gives you guys, that gives the ability to look at it real quick and easy. Yes, and then we'll provide you with the template. We actually have a After Effects mask that we create. I'll send it to you. I'll get it from my guy and send it to you. File-wise, it's pretty much a very simple, very easy files that you guys are used to working with daily is what this thing accepts, which was one of the really cool things about having the system the way that it is, because it is very user-friendly. It is very what you see, what you get. If there is an issue with it and you have a problem with it, we can talk you through how to fix it, how to back out of it. You can always back out to the original default. If there's a default schedule and a default program that's saved on here, so if you guys screwed something up, we'll just tell you how to get to the default. You'll be able to get back and pull the default back on and work from there. Nothing is irreversible in this system. Okay. That's really it. I know it's a fast system as far as the training goes. There's really not much more that I can get into as far as in-depth detail and stuff with you guys, unless you have questions. And you're really not going to have questions until you start playing with it. You know, I know we had some questions earlier, you know, as far as connecting to it and as far as, you know, how to load to it. And I think we've covered those through this. Yeah, I mean, you can unplug it. Worst case scenario, if there is an issue with the system that you're having, or somebody's messed something up on the schedule, if you unplug it, it'll reboot automatically and it'll pull the system up from start for you. So that is a quick recovery for you, which is the typical IT, can you reboot your computer, please? So if there's anything else, you know, any questions, just feel free to give me a call and we'll go from there. My cell number is 702-809-4836. And my email is gcolburn, COLBURN @yesco.com. And then the other one I'll give you it's a generic one, and I probably recommend you email the generic one, which is specialtylighting@yesco.com. That covers the whole group, myself and my 3 employees that cover software and hardware. So we get all 3 of us get an email, and one of the 3 of us will get back to you right away. Okay, thank you very much.